Welcome to the course, Disaster Recovery and Build Back Better. My name is Ram Satish. I am Assistant Professor in Department of Architecture and Planning, IIT Roorkee. This is a continuation lecture of Tsunami Reconstruction in Tamilnadu, Part 2. This is about the findings. In the previous lecture, we talked about the method and the approach which I have developed. As I said to you in the last lecture, I have selected 3 case studies, which is 3 villages. One is the Kovalam in the south near Kanyakumari, the Tharangambadi, which is near Karaikal and Nagapattinam, and the lighthouse Kuppam, which is a Dalit village island. And this is where I have conducted some kind of ethnographic methods. I used to stay there as a fisherman, and I used to interact with various communities. I used to travel to them in the sea for fishing, and I used to observe the daily activities. So this is how I did. The first challenge in that time of research, we are talking about 2005-06, where the Google Earth was just in the beginning stages, and I was not getting any maps. So I have to digitize these maps, whatever the Google Earth have to give me, and some physical observations. So I have developed these maps, especially if you look at the Kovalam map, and this is basically the sea and then Indian Ocean, and you have the salt mines here, and this is the main heart of the village, and this is the main village center. And then 88 houses were damaged during this tsunami, and immediately the government have done the assessment of these 88 houses, and they decided to find alternative position for them because of the CRZ regulations. So they have took some land in the DC Nagar phase and Disu Nagar, and they have identified this is a government land, and they have given about 88 houses. So after that, the church have realized that why not we take this as an opportunity to build a more spatial village and to also address the pre-disaster vulnerabilities. That is where the church have gathered the communities, and they put some money forward, and they bought some more land in different parcels. And these two are Praxis Nagar, which were later amended when the CRZ regulation has been further amended. And they bought some more land, and this is where communities have put some money in it. But here one thing you have to understand that people who were having houses earlier, but now they have been given houses through a government support, which is completely land is free and the house was free. So now these people were on a lease for 10 years. Only then they will get the pattas. And these people who bought the land with their own money, so now they have got the pattas from the beginning. Like the traditional houses, which has a very rich character, these are all joint families. Earlier it was only a 400 households village. After the tsunami, they taken the opportunity to make a spacious village, and in the process of making a spacious village, 400 have become 1,000 households. So which means joint families have broken into the nuclear family setups. So father and mother started living in the old city, old town areas, and old village areas, and the brothers and sisters, they all scattered in whatever the land feasibility and the lottery allotments they got. So if you look at the traditional housing setups, you can see the traditional elements of the architecture where they have some certain storages of net, and they perform the net weaving practices, the drying of the fish, and also the traditional elements which have the more privacy symbols. It could act both as a window and door, and it is climatically on the coastal side, it is very efficient to give a comfortable stay in the house. And even the clusters were very narrow. There's a very organic development happened in that particular villages, and of course there was also some problems before the disaster, issues with some neighbors, issues with some water issues, or the service issues. There are also some issues. At the same time, there are very close-knit families. In the recovery process, in the reconstruction stage, when they identified this new land, so including the government and the NGOs who have worked on it, they have actually proposed a kind of gridiron patterns and a very linear networks. And here they have taken a lottery approaches. Here, when they have taken the lottery approaches, no one knows who is your neighbor and where you are going. So that has actually broken certain neighborhood linkages. And gradually, people started making the compound walls. And initially, in the first 2 stages, 2 years, they were not having proper water supply, and gradually things have developed. And some people, they started expanding the kitchens in the backyard, because fishermen, they cook fish and they want the kitchen to be outside. So despite of having a kitchen inside, but still they prefer to have it outside as well. So these patterns have what kind of created some impacts in the society. Like for instance, first thing is, before the tsunami, everything was near and dear. You have the harbor here, you have the auction place here, you have the village square here, everything is near and dear. But now, after the tsunami, they have to relocate to 2 kilometers, which is almost taking, a person has to walk almost 2 kilometers. And you see, you and me are walking with a laptop or a small, with 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers, but they are walking with a fish gear, net, diesel, the collected fish, any other equipments. And it is not like they are going morning 9 to 5 as an office. Sometimes depending on the fish catch, they travel at morning 4 o'clock, they come at morning 8, again they might go at 11 and they might come back at 2, they might go at evening 5. So it depends completely on the kind of fish catch they get. So every time walking 2 kilometers and coming back is a very difficult task for them. The church is in the center, the village church, the parish church, and even for the elder people to go and conduct their prayers in the church, it has become a very difficult thing. Or to attend any village council's meeting, it has become a very difficult thing. Even to celebrate any festivals. Like you can see, the Christmas was one of the important festivals. Even every street is becoming a celebration. And in the new clusters, you can see that not much is happening. And in fact, the church is also making its efforts how we can conduct the open masses in the shore and things like that. So now in the new situation, that particular celebrations have gradually diminished, because the access to the religious places and the political meetings. Not only that, in a personal level, earlier a husband, when he goes for fishing, the woman used to see the boat, oh, my husband is coming, and wait for the husband with the food, because he will be starving. But now she cannot see whether the husband is coming and what time he is coming. So obviously when the person comes back, he will not see that no one is there with him to give him food. So obviously when a person returns as comes back from the shore and to the shore, and he's hungry, and obviously it has created certain impacts in the family relationships. Maybe when he goes house, he says that my bonds got weakened. The family network and bonds gradually got diminished. When the NGOs have started consulting what type of house do you want, they said yes, we want a brick and concrete house, because most of the influence happens from the nearby urban areas. That is what exactly the NGOs have given. But now they are realizing that the communities, it is better have an old house, because it is much more, thermally it is more comfortable. And here it says they are very hot. Also, the orientation of the kitchens, now they have to carry the food from the kitchen to the outside, and in their cultures, they don't want the food to be seen. As I said to you that the people who had a house earlier and which was damaged during tsunami, and now these people who got in the government land and built by the government, for the next 10 years they don't get any patta. But now the other people who were not having a house, but now they could able to put some money and they got a new house, so they got the patta. So it means it created little differences between the having the tenure and the ownership part of the land and the house. Because if they want to sell this house, now these people cannot sell, but these people can sell. So that means that has created some sense of ownness. Also talks about the maintenance aspect. So the dynamics of the family networks have varied depends on family to family. For some small families where a husband died and he is the only support, but despite of having a new house, but there is no livelihood facility. So where the women have started expanding their house friends at a small shop to run their family expenses. Similarly, the kitchens were extended. In the second case of Tarangambadi, it is the three clusters. One is the Danish colony and the Muslims, the pre-colonial houses, and the fishermen society lives here. And this is the Renuka Devi Temple Square. And this is basically the tourism circuit goes on to this because of the Dansburg Fort here and the town center. So this is the highway and it goes like this. And this is the Masilimaninada temple which got damaged during the tsunami. And if you look at the network, after the tsunami, Benny Kuriakos, the architect, and as well as the CIFS agency has worked on this relocation of this fisherman housing. They identified this land and they tried to work out the housing with a more of a participatory approach. So they tried to even make some efforts of put the same neighbors in the same cluster. And I have documented the various typologies of streets, various types of connectivity patterns within the settlement and the building details and everything. Also taken the mental maps. In Kovalam I have taken the mental maps of how people imagine and understand the places. But in Tarangambadi it was not possible because when I gave some papers to draw the mental maps, they were a bit hesitant to draw. The hand started shivering. Then what I did was, I've taken the maps developed by CIFS. One is before tsunami and the second one is after tsunami. This is the newly relocation houses. I say, this is Renuka Devi temple. Then, oh, this is temple. Then, this is my house. Then I asked him, where all you used to go? Then he says, my house is like this. I took my children to the school in the this colonial area. And then I go to the ice factory here, and then I go to the market and sell the fish. I go to the harbor. So in that way, this is called a Princess Street. But in the relocated context, this is my house, and then I said, I give a landmark. This is a school. Then I said, oh, this is a school. Then he said, yeah, this is how we travel to the school. This is why I travel to the harbor. In the interviews, many of the people, even from the pre-colonial side, they started saying, we are not happy here because much of my friends, they all left and we are not, it's very boring here. So they started selling their houses and they're going back to some nearby areas. I didn't realize what was really, because still the people are living in the same village, why they are not interacting. This map have shown me why they are not, because earlier this is the only street which was connecting all the three communities. But now they are walking on the periphery of the town and only to the school, which means they are not walking from this. Which means the pedestrian movement have actually created certain communication gap and also it started weakening some social networks. And in the lighthouse Kupam, that was in the process during my study, and it was a Dalit 11 villages were settled in an island near the Pulicat Lake. So I used to travel every day by boat from here to here, and then I used to spend some time in a group, focus groups and things like that. Here, even though they were offered as a relocation option, but they didn't opted for that. They stayed, they wanted to stay there, and they have gone for the brick and concrete houses. So this was too early to comment on, but then from the other two findings, which we could able to see a tremendous responses in those 2-3 years. People started building extensions and encroachments. Fortunately, these two people got in the lottery method, two brothers got an adjacent house. So what they did was they extended one single roof to represent the sense of belonging. People started expanding their kitchens at the rear, and they don't have public places. They started encroaching the neighborhood lands, and they started conducting some children activities for socialization process. Women who lost their husbands in the tsunami, they started expanding as a shop, having a small shop in front of the house. This is one of the important things. Even toilets were provided which were provided in the new houses, they are converted as the worship areas, which is the puja rooms. Okay, because according to Vastu, they believe that this should be here, and they converted them, they pushed the toilet outside. So in that way, even the building design level has not been well thought of what a community needs. So I'll show you a movie here, and this will actually talk about a few responses from the field. So you'll get an idea of how people have responded to these kind of post-disaster experiences.
அது ஒரு ரவுண்டு கூட இருந்தோம். இப்போ வந்து வாளுக்கு ஒரு தசை. அப்போ அப்படின்னு பார்க்கும்போது அந்த முந்தி வளர்ந்த பிள்ளைகள் வந்து வளர்ந்த பாசமும் இப்போ வளர்ற பிள்ளைங்க வளர்ற பாசமும் ரொம்ப வித்தியாசப்படுது. இப்போ நான் 5 பேரும் அக்கா தங்க அச்சி அண்ணன் தம்பி எல்லாம் 5 பேர் இருந்து ஒரு பிள்ளைய எப்படி பயன்படுத்துறது, ஒரு ஆள் 2 பேர் பயன்படுத்தும் போது அந்த பிள்ளைங்களோட பாசமானது ரொம்ப கம்மியாகுது. அப்போ முந்தி இருந்த பிள்ளைகள்லாம் வந்து எல்லாரையும் ஏறி அடிக்கும், அது வளர்ந்த பாசம். இப்போ இருக்கிற பிள்ளை வந்து நமக்கு ஒரு ஆள் விட்ட வர்றது கொஞ்சம் அச்சப்படுது. ஏன்? அது வளர்ற பாசம். அதனால பாசமா பாக்குறோம், ஆனா எப்பவும் கிட்ட இருக்கிறது பண்ணிடலாம். இப்போ அப்படி இல்லை, சிந்தித்து தான் செயல்படணும். நீ முந்தி அப்படி இல்லை, ஒரு ஆள் ஒரு வாயிலிருந்து ஒரு வார்த்தை தான் 4 பேர் கூடி உடனே அதுக்கு ஒரு முடிவு செயல்படுத்த முடிஞ்சது. இப்போ கஷ்டம். இப்போ அப்படி இல்லை, நாம அதை நினைச்சு இனி ஒரு கூட்டுக்குழுவுக்கு கொண்டு போய் அந்த கூட்டுக்குழு முடிவெடுத்து தான் அந்த காரியத்தை செய்யும். முன்னால வந்து இந்த பாறையிலாம் ஸ்டார் போடுவோம், பெருசா ஸ்டார் போட்டு தான் ரொம்ப ஆடம்பரமா வந்து எங்களுக்கு வந்து பெரிய நம்ம கிறிஸ்துவ மதத்துக்கே ஒரு பெரிய விழா. கிறிஸ்து பிறப்புன்னு சொல்றது வந்து ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா மகிழ்ச்சியா கொண்டாடுற ஒரு விழா. அந்த விழா இப்போ வந்து எங்களுக்கு துக்க விழாவா இருக்கு. வந்து அந்த கிறிஸ்துமஸ் வந்து நம்ம கர்த்தர் வருகை, கிறிஸ்து வருகை வந்து எங்களுக்கு வந்து கிறிஸ்து இறப்பு மாதிரி, இந்த பெரிய வெள்ளிக்கிழமை மாதிரியே ஒரு தோற்றம் இந்த கிறிஸ்துமஸ் கொண்டு எங்களை எல்லா நேரம் வரும். ஏன்னு சொன்னா அன்றைக்கு கடற்கரையிலேயே வாழ்ந்தோம். கடற்கரை மண்ணும் அந்த தண்ணியும் அவங்களுக்கு எப்பவுமே அந்த காற்றுல கடல் சுவாசம் கிடைச்சிக்கிட்டு இருந்தது. இப்போ அப்படி இல்லை, எல்லாம் மாறி எங்கேயோ வீடு வந்து 1 கிலோமீட்டருக்கு அங்க போயிருக்கா. அவ சமயத்துக்கு ஓடி வந்து புருஷனுக்கு உதவி செய்ய முடியாது கணவனுக்கு. அதே மாதிரி அவன் பசியோட கட்டு மரத்தை விட்டு கீழே இறங்குறான்னு சொன்னா உடனே வந்து உணவு கொடுக்க முடியாது. ஏன்? அவன் ஒரு வாரது தெரியாது. முதல்ல நாம எப்போ கரைக்கு வரமுன்னு எப்படி இருக்குது ரொம்ப சோகமா தான் போர் அடிச்சுவே
they feel very bored since they were interacting with them, they sharing their burdens and everything, no? Since they left, they don't feel comfortable here, they long for their company.
வீடுக நெருங்கியிருந்த பிறகு பிரச்சனைகள் அதிகம். இப்போ எல்லா வீடும் பக்கமா போனோம்னா பிரச்சனைகள் குறைவு. அதனால அமைதியான இடம் இப்போ இருக்கிறது தான் அமைதி. இதுதான் நிம்மதியான இடம்.
தள்ளி இருக்குதுங்கிறதுக்காக ஆமா, இது ஊரோட மக்களோட சேர்ந்து இருக்கிற அது காட்டு பக்கம், அது தள்ளி காட்டு பக்கம் இருக்குதான். அதாவது
கடல்ல இருந்து பயம் இல்லை.
வேற வீட்டுல டாய்லெட்டு எல்லாம்
நெய்பர்ஸ்
கிச்சன் ஸ்மால் கிச்சன்
ஆப்ரேட் டாய்லெட் பின்னாடி போணும்.
Okay.
That place is near 50 வருஷம் கேரண்டி. நல்ல உப்பு காற்று இல்லாத இடத்துக்கு. இந்த உப்பு காற்று இருக்கிற இடத்துக்கு வந்து RCC வந்து 10 வருஷத்துல கிராக் ஆயிரும். 10 வருஷம் தான் இதுக்கெல்லாம் கேரண்டி. ஆனா வாட்டர் வீடுனாக்கி RCC கம்பி யூஸ் பண்ணாம பண்ணும்போது, கம்பி யூஸ் பண்ணாம வாட்டர் வீடு கட்டி கம்பி சீல் யூஸ் பண்ணாம நம்ம வீடு கட்டணும்னாக்கி அது ஒரு 50 வருஷம் கேரண்டி.
காற்று வரும், நல்ல கூலிங் இருக்கும், சும்மா பரமாத்தத்துக்கு நல்ல ஏரியா,
நல்ல வீடு,
நல்ல வீடு, அமைதியான வீடு. இது வந்து ஹீட்டாக இருக்கும். நம்ம எப்போ ஃபேன் போட்டாலும் ஃபேன் ஹீட்டு வேற, நம்ம வெப்பம் காற்று வந்தாலும் வெளியில் போகாது, போனாலும் ஹீட்டாக தான் இருக்கும். அது அப்படி இல்லை, அது அந்த பக்கம் இந்த பக்கம், அது ஓடு வந்து ஹீட்டு கம்மியாகும். மேலே போட்டு
நாங்க சுனாமில பாதிக்கப்பட்டவங்க எல்லாரும் ஒண்ணா இருக்கோம். நாங்க சந்தோஷம் கொண்டாட பிள்ளைகள் எல்லாம் சந்தோஷம் கொண்டாடுறோம்.
அதாவது இங்க இருக்கிற பொதுமக்கள் எல்லாம் கலந்து ஆலோசனை பண்ணி இன்னாருக்கு என்ன இடம் இன்னாருக்கு என்ன இடம் ஏன்னாக்கா நாங்களுக்கு கடற்கரை
ஏன் வாங்கி தரீங்கன்னு தெரியுமா? முன்னாடி வராண்டால வந்துட்டு தலை ஒட்டி கொடுக்குறோம்ல, அந்த தளத்துக்கு வந்துட்டு நீங்க வந்துட்டு காசு அதிகமாகும். அந்த காசை காம்பன்சேட் பண்றதுக்கு நீங்க ஒரு கதவும் ஜன்னலும் வாங்கி தர மாதிரி இருக்கும். அது வாசக்கால இருந்துச்சுன்னா வந்துட்டு ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் இல்லைன்னா வேற எந்த வெடி இதுவா?
இது சார் இதே இடத்துல வந்து இங்கே வந்துடுவாங்க. இந்த மெயின் ரோடு
இது சுத்துடா.
அது
நல்லா இருக்கு சார். இப்போ மாமா இறந்த பிறகு இப்போ தனியாக இருக்கிறேன்ல, தனியாக பிள்ளைங்களை வச்சுக்கிட்டு ஒரு கடை வச்சு சார் சொல்கிறேன். அது குடும்பத்தோட இது சரி சந்தோஷம். இப்போ அவங்க எல்லாரும் கஷ்டம்தான் இருந்தாலும் கடை வச்சுக்கிட்டு 4 ஜனங்களும் பார்த்துக்கிட்டு போயிட்டு குடும்பத்தோட இருக்கிறது சரி. ஒரு தண்ணி பைப்பும் போடல, ஒரு எந்த இதுவுமே இந்த பக்கம் இல்லை. ஆனா அங்க இருந்தது எல்லாமே எங்க தெருவுல இருந்தது. ஆனா இந்த பக்கம் வந்த பிறகு எதுவுமே இல்ல. பைப்பே இல்லம்மா. பைப்பு அங்க 60 வீட்டுக்கு ஒரு பைப் போட்டிருக்காங்க. அது எப்படின்னா தண்ணியே கிடைக்க மாட்டேங்குது.
அந்த சித்தோட மேல ஒரே வெயில்லாம் இனிமேல் இங்க இருக்க முடியாது. வெயில தான் காத்துல தான் உட்காந்து கடலுக்கு போறதுக்கு தூரம் தான். இங்க இருந்து 1 கிலோமீட்டர் இருக்குது எங்களுக்கு. என்ன பார்க்க மீன் தொழில் பாக்குறவங்களுக்கு பக்கத்துல இருந்தா தானே கஷ்டம் இல்லாம இருக்கும். ஆமா, கொஞ்சம் பின்னாடி 5 அடி இருக்குது. ஓகே, இது 10 அடி, பின்னாடி 5 அடி. கிளியரா இருக்குது இல்ல, ரோடு கிளியரா இருக்கு, நீட்டா சைடா இருக்கு. அங்கனாக்க சந்து பொந்தா போகணும். இது
சைடுனால ஏற்பட்ட ஒரு சூழ்நிலையோ அல்லது என்னவோ என்னன்னு தெரியல. அது கடல் வளையத்துடைய ஒரு ஆராய்ச்சி பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் தான் நம்ம வந்து தெரிஞ்சுக்க முடியும். ஆனா இப்போதைக்குள்ள சூழ்நிலைங்கன்னா மீன் கிடைக்கிறதும் கம்மி. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி துடுப்பு போட்டுட்டு போகும்போதெல்லாம் கிட்டத்தட்ட மீன் கிடைக்கும்.
இங்கே வந்து 1/4 மணி நேரத்தில் கடலுக்கு போயிடும்.
தொழிலுக்கு போயிடலாம்.
அங்கே இருந்து வரதுனா ஒரு 1/2 மணி நேரம்.
ஒரு மெடிக்கல் போகும்போது ஹாஸ்பிட்டலில் போடுவோம், கொஞ்சம் தூரமாக போகணும் ஒன்று. அடுத்தபடியாக ரோடு போக்குவரத்து இல்லை. இதுக்கு மேலே போட்டு கொடுப்பாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
So now you have seen the video and you now can get an idea of how even a small aspect of family, distance, brotherhood, kinship, religion, how these things matter and how people started adapting to the change, a cataclysmic change. I visited the same site again after 8 years. Though I finished my research, I still visited these places, how these things are. Initially they were given this house, but now the same houses have been modified in this way in Kovalam. In the new housing clusters, earlier they were not having a church or some religious building in the close proximity. So they started building a church bell tower to represent a public place, and in the same pattern and the same color. So here the architectural style also reflected. They again brought back the traditional elements of the South Indian with the tile roof over that and with a small portico. And the colors, the bright colors. And for elderly people, whatever the leftover spaces in between, the buffer spaces, they covered with a net and they put the seashore sand, and with the small vernacular materials, they started constructing some small prayer rooms. So in that way, people started adapting to the change. So if one has to understand this change process, it is not just we can understand from a 1-year work or 2-year work. I mean, I can see here at least after 8 years when I visited, I could see a tremendous change. So here, what we are concluding on that the very fundamental, why the core dwelling concept have failed. The first thing is the uniform and standardized forms, which are not acceptable in many cases, because it is also based on the family networks, the family size, the family structures. The individual and collective needs vary before disaster and after disaster. A husband may be killed during a tsunami. Then the wife and the 3 children will be homeless and livelihoodless. So what to do with it? So that is where one has to look at the dynamic aspect of the family and his kinship and the network of it. Just imagine if the lady in that video, imagine if her in-laws was given a house next to her house, she would have got little support to look after her kids when she was running the shop. So in that way, these are a very micro level management issues. One has to look at it. The design of the co-dwelling aspects do not sufficiently address the religious beliefs and customs. You can see the example of the puja rooms, the religious buildings, how they have modified those, including the location and the orientation and how it has an impact on the inhabitants. When we talk about location, it talks both at a macro level layout as a settlement, also the location of a dwelling as orientation within the block and the plot. The usage of modern materials also had an impact on the thermal comforts and the long run maintenance. Here the urban design issues talks about the fronts and backs, how it is not sufficiently thought by the designers, and a sense of privacy. Also, there are some general development issues. These pre and post disaster approaches, they vary from place to place, culture to culture, based on their cultural setup. In church based setup, it acts differently. In a government based setup, it acts differently. In a NGO based setup, it has differently. So there is always a difficulty for all these development groups to address the cultural aspect. So there is it's very difficult to establish a common methodological approach. Because development is a culture specific. Building design and planning guidelines does not sufficiently address the cultural needs of traditional settlements. Also, the neighborhood concept is not well addressed, because imagine 30 years you lived in a company of some of your neighbors and suddenly you are allocated somewhere. So one has to understand that interaction. That is where participatory approaches are very well encouraged. And inability to access local knowledge, because this is one perception of the development. They think that the foreign agencies, whoever comes, they think that these people doesn't know anything. One has to understand that they know many things. One need to tap that resources. Barriers. This is where it causes the barriers in communicating the needs and wants. As I discussed with you, there are changes in the land use and the ownership and the tenure. So this is a kind of brief diagram, shows like saying that what are the impacts and what are the causes for these impacts and how they shape these built environments. So this research have discussed the reconstruction process in two ways. One is instrumentally in a positivist way, where the physical distances are increased, certain activities are no longer possible, and then the family and the community suffers. Whereas the development agencies operate at an instrumental level, mostly in a temporal level, in the discussion of their vulnerability. It is more to do with the governance, agencies, and the direct physical relationships. But the second perspective is it discusses from the cultural anthropology. It talks about the concepts of habitus, the relationship between habit and the habitat, which is not deterministic. And this whole process has anyways inevitably altered, and there are different responses based on the different cultural backgrounds. So in many cases, we can observe that there's such kind of cataclysmic changes have led to increased vulnerability. But when we look at the long run adaptability, in some cases we have seen a positive response. So this whole observation draws from a positivist approach to the post-structuralism, so which actually looks at the social construct that operates through a physical spatial field. And here the theory of responsive environments, especially the Bentley's work, it actually worked to tease out the spatial elements. And one is the layout is viewed both instrumentally and functionally, whether it support or not the issues of income and livelihood. And it can also be interpreted as socio-spatial construct, which supports different performatives related to social and cultural life. It could be family, religion, political, social, and neighborhood interactions. So that is where we bring back to the theory also. So a gist of some of the recommendations which came out through this study is like how we can empower the grassroots level governance. This is where the participatory level approaches are more important. And also the appropriate training and awareness of local governing bodies, how we can train at a bottom level approaches. Also the film and media communication methods should be encouraged because one need to showcase that what they have documented to the people. This is where a film is one approach one can think of. Documentation of existing, because when I started my research I couldn't find even the map. Existing settlements, development issues, and what kind of spatial transformation have happened. So here now the technologies like GIS and many other new tools have come in the market. So one can easily adopt, and it has to be further informed to the communities. So you have to bring the science and society together. Incorporating the disaster management lessons in the curriculum of secondary schools and other schools that deal with the built environment. So it's not just only during the time of disaster, one has to look at a long run approach how the capacities could be enhanced. Development of building and planning regulations with local and regional concerns. I hope you've now got an idea of the whole work. Of course, this was a very old work, but later on we'll be discussing on my further work as well. And these are some of the references for you reference. And thank you very much.